Hey guys, welcome back. It's Jewel. We are in part 2 of our desk set. I will link part 1 below, so if you're just joining me now, you can go back and see what we did on that one. Okay, we were covering the desk set with papers, so I finished covering this side here, and then these little pockets, and I think we had covered pretty much everything else. Oh, we didn't cover these little sections here, so I did cover those. Okay, so this is what we're left with now. I had mentioned I was going to sew around, so what I did is I sewed around the back, just like that, okay? And then I flipped these, okay, we have these little, let me see, here's the prototype. Well, okay. We had the little flippy part up here. So I just sewed right there down each one of those. So you can see that. Let me put this back together. Right there. And then I sewed around the front, and what we did, we had these little flaps here that are going to be making pockets. I sewed that shut, so I flipped it up, like the pocket, and I just sewed all the way around there like that. So now, the only other thing that's going to have to be sewn, you don't have to sew, just glue. I started to ink this because I'm going to ink all the way around, and I guess I'll do that off camera because that's an awful lot. And I chose, because I'm using this Shabby Roses kit from SenecaPondCrafts, I pulled out pine needles, but I'm thinking a red color would be pretty as well. So, but I chose this to pull out the teal green color that's in the kit. So I'm just going to come in and probably go all the way around and do that. And I won't waste your time with that now, but that will really finish it off in the end. You'll see. So the only other thing I'm going to do after we do what we're going to do today, we're going to add a few more pockets, and then we're going to add some paper pads for these inside front covers. Okay, so this will be the door, and we're going to add little rollies here, and we'll make those together. That will open and close it, but I want to decorate this some more, and I'm going to probably decorate it with some of the items from the kit. And I want to sew right down this seam here and down this seam, because this pouch right here will hold our mini journal. So the way she's got this is actually, she calls it the mini journal kit, and the whole kit is there. All the embellishments, all of the papers and everything else. So this area between here and here is 5 3/4 inches, and I'm going to cut this. This comes about 5 1/8 or something like that. So I might cut it a little bit more. So I'll have a 5-inch, and then I'll have enough room to pop this little journal right in there. So it's going to be a tight fit. So I might cut this kit down a little bit more. So the papers are already, as you could see, I haven't even trimmed off all the white edges of all of them. So yeah, these will work great for a mini journal for in there. Okay, so with that, that's where we are. So we're going to move on, and I want to add, okay, so the back, we didn't cover this area here. I did come in and cover these side pockets, and so because I want to add a pocket on the back. So I'm looking over here, and I'm thinking this is cute. This is probably going to go over the top. So this is one of her one of the embellishment kits. I'm going to use this piece, but I want to put something underneath it. And you know what I think I'll do? I'll do a piece of, so it's a heavy duty pocket. I use a piece of this. So So let me see the size I'm going to need. I probably will bring the pocket up to about here. Let me take oops, thought I had my Tim Holtz on my desk, and I don't, so, oh, here it is. Put it away. I actually put it away. That's impressive. Okay, so 3.5. I think I'll do a 3.5 inch pocket. So let me just measure 3.5. No, guys. Shh. Guys. Shh. Sorry, guys. I don't know what they're up. No, Bree. Bree. Shh. Shh. Bree. No. That's my Chihuahua. She's got a very yappy bark. So something's making her. Let me cut off this round edge and I'll see how long we need. I want to take this part off here. So I want to go from the fold to the fold. So just like this, actually. This looks a little crooked. I think I need to straighten it out a little bit. All right, so I'll just make it a little short. So my paper cutter's over here, guys, so I'm just not gonna keep moving it back and forth. Yeah, I have to even this up a little bit. Okay, so this will be the pocket right here. Now I like this. So I'm going to put that over the top, but I have to put paper on that. So let me go ahead and cut this little cute. It's almost like a little label. It'll be perfect, actually. So you can label, you know, pop stuff in that pocket and label what's in it. Here, let me just get my scissors and cut this out right here. I'll ink that before I glue that down. Now I'm going to go ahead and cover this. I have this paper here. Oops, I'm going to have to go this way. So let me just flip this over just to see how much I need. And cut that piece out. And we'll glue this on there. And I might take it and stitch it all the way around before I glue it down. But we'll put it together, and then we're going to make a pocket for the other side. And then hopefully have time to make our little flip-up paper pads. Okay, I'm gonna put this on here, but I'm gonna ink it, and then I think I'm gonna put a little fabric under it. Maybe just a little muslin, a little trim. And then we'll come back and embellish everything in the end. You know how I am with my embellishments, so we'll be adding some buttons and some charms and some wax seals and, you know, some maybe paper ruffles and all of that fun stuff. Okay, let me grab my little scrap thing. You could put a little cheesecloth under here, you know, or any of your scraps or trims that you have that you might want to just use. And this is some coffee stained muslin, so let me see how much we're gonna need. Just like that. Okay, let me grab my little scissors and probably just about like that. And let me see, is it too wide? Nope, that's good right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue this onto that muslin piece and then glue that muslin piece. I think I'll use my fabric glue for that. Let me get this in the middle. That's good. Geez, I can't believe I had that piece in there and only had to take off that one little piece. Let me grab my Fabri-Tac. See, this would be fun just to sew right around here, but I think I'm just gonna sew, you know what, let me think about this before I adhere that down. I think what I'll do is I will sew around here first, because I like the stitching. Then I will glue this down, and then I'm going to sew around here. Then, of course, what we do next is we're just going to, I'll probably glue here, here, and here, and then reinforce this bottom part with sewing. So here's your back pocket, and then, of course, the very last thing we're going to do is embellish. And then, well, and the last thing is make the tags. So that's our back pocket. Let me put that aside for sewing. Now we need to make a pocket here. So I want to do the same thing, I think. Let me see what I have over here. She has, let me see, let's pull these papers out and see. These are cute little pockets. I'm probably going to put these inside the journal, or we'll see. I'll just put a couple things away here. Too much stuff on my desk. Okay, here we go. This little label right here, that I will put on that pocket. So let me cut this one out real quick. Super cute. There's so many elements to this kit that really make it easy when it comes to decorating. So let me just cut this out, and I'm going to have to probably do a little fussy cutting around this. Okay, so she's actually has just some little notches here. So I am going to use my circle notch, and then see if I have a little, let me see. Okay, this little, let's see what we can do here. So just little notches. Well, my notches are bigger than hers, but much bigger. So I think I'll just trim off the end a little bit more. And then, oh boy, way too big. So I'm going to just, I'll save it. Come back like that. I really need a smaller. All right, let me grab my circle punch just to trim out those rather than trying to fussy cut around that, which I'm not the best at. Not with my shaky hands. Okay, I think we need this size. Yeah. Just a little snippet. I need a little bit more. Okay, and then of course we'll ink it and all of that. Okay, so we have this label ready to go. I think I'll just take a little bit more of this off. Those notches were, okay. All right, let's get our piece of, see, this is also really cute. Now, I will use this somewhere, but I'm gonna come in, after I cut it out, I'm gonna put glossy accents all around this, and we'll add 2 brads in and make it look like a metal piece. And this also, So those are just a couple of tips. If you don't have glossy accents, it's very reasonable, and you can do so many different things for it. It can make project roses pop out and come alive. And okay, let's get our scrap piece here. Let me take this back piece off. See what we need for size. Okay, I think I'll bring the pocket. Let me add, before I add this pocket on here, let me just ink this a little bit better around here. Okay. Just eyeballing. Again, I think I'm going to do make it just a little bit more narrower than this space, a little narrower. And I will cut a 3, let me get that off first. And I think I'll cut another 3.5 inch pocket. I don't know why, but that's a good size pocket for me. Okay, so I want 3.5. So I'll just take it over here and measure 3.5. Okay, let's ink this real quick. Where did my ink go? It's hiding on me. You can round the corner of these pockets, you know, make them however. All right, so that'll go there. Then we're going to cover it with some paper. So let me see what I have over here. This we're going to take to the machine. I had, I should have had a piece. Just wanted to see if this was big enough. No. I'll have to take a piece of my paper from over here. Let's see. This rose is pretty. There's a rose there, so let me see what this would look like on this. No, it would cover it unless I use the top part. Let me see what else I've got. No, these I'm going to use for, okay. This is pretty. I think I'll use a piece of this, like this. All right, so let me measure this. Unfortunately, I printed on both sides of this already, so it's wasting a little ink, but I don't have any other papers printed. I just wanted to, I'll probably have to print a couple more for the journal. All right, let me take this over here real quick, cut this down. And okay, right there. Okay. So we could put these flowers in this. Oh, I like the flowers down here because look, this is going to be like this. So that's pretty cool. Now, I just thought about something. Is this going to be... Okay, I think I'm going to put the label toward the top. I really didn't want the label to show down there. Or, let me see. I'll put the label down there. Let me see what else I got. Let me look real quick. I think if that's the case, I'm going to use this one. So, and I can either put it down there or I could put it up here. Let me see if I put it up here. No. I like that. So I think this right here. Let's just cut this out. And we will cut this around. And I'm definitely going to add the Glossy Accents on this before. Sorry if I'm getting out of frame, guys. It's really hard for me to fussy cut unless I'm right over top of the item. Okay. Let me see how that's gonna look. We're gonna add a little brads in there. That'll be cute. Okay, so I'm thinking, do I want anything under this? I don't. Okay, so let me glue this down on there. I'll glue it and then I'll ink it, because that way I'm not inking both pieces. Now something just dawned on me. I'm going to be sewing down that flap, so I might want to add this pocket after. Not sure. I'll show you what I mean in a sec. Okay. I'm sewing right here and right here. I don't know if I'm going to do that. Now that I'm thinking about that, so that this you can get to the journal easier, I might not do that. Okay, so as far as the Glossy Accents go, first of all, let me just punch these tiny little holes out. And I'm thinking I might want to lay this, it's so thin. Maybe I should back it on a little bit of this manila file folder. So then, let me grab my pencil. Let me just go around. And that'll give it, it'll make it a little sturdier. There. Let me cut this out. And I'll punch the holes after I glue it on. Okay. Let me see. And I'll put some brown ink around the edges there. Some walnut stain or maybe something more permanent. Okay. Just so you can't see the manila part. So let me see my inks over here. Oh, sorry about that, guys. That was a big bang. Let me use this, I think it's EK Success. And it's a pretty dark chocolate brown. Just scared the dog. It scared me. There's a whole tin of inks. Maybe even black, to be honest with you, now that I'm looking at it. This might not be dark enough. That's all right. It'll give like a little shadow. Okay. Let me get my little hole punch thing here and This is just for the brads. Add the brads last, after I do the glossy accents. So the way this will go is I will glue, I'm going to use the glossy accents. So let me see, I got a little one. Let me look for it over here, guys. Huh. Thought I had a, yeah, I do. I have a big one and I have a little one. This little one's easier for smaller projects. So just take the glossy accents and just going over the part that I would think would be the metal, you know. And once it dries, it really will look, it'll be shiny like metal. So if you don't have this, it's available on Amazon, and I'll show you the label in a second. It's basically just, and it takes, this will take about 45 to 50 minutes to dry. And then I have some little metal brads that will look like the little nail heads that will go in those little holes. So let me just spread this a little bit better, a little bit more here. Okay, so here's the bottle, and it's by Ranger, and it's clear dimensional medium glossy accents. Okay, so let me put that aside. So this is going to be the pocket in the front. Okay, now let me put this aside. Ooh. Put this aside up here to dry so I don't get in it. We're going to add some little paper pads. So let me check my time. Okay, we got time. Let's move a few things aside so we have room to work. All right, I have, this is perfect. She's got this lined paper here, and then this, and let me pop a piece of coffee stain paper behind there as well. Let me grab a couple. Oops, that one. That one, let me see, one more. Well, it's about time to coffee stain again. So then I'll measure, sorry guys, did not have that out. Let me see how big these are. These are too wide. These will go in the book. Let me see what else I have over here. Just move this stuff around a little bit. Okay, so we need, I want a paper pad here and a paper pad here that are going to flip up, and then there'll be several papers. And let me see the measurement here, how wide of a piece of paper. Okay, so this is 2 3/4, so probably 2 1/4 inches, 2 1/4 inches. I think that would be good. All right, so I'm going to make a couple of pieces, cut a couple pieces of 2 1/4 inches of this, and then that as well. So let me move that aside. And get this over here. Put this here. Let's see if I can get this. It might not be perfect because I haven't ironed these pages. So So let me do one more. So they might not line up perfectly, but they're little scrappy tablets, so it's, okay, that's probably enough of that. And then I'm gonna have to measure the length. Okay, so let's do a couple of these. And then when you flip them, you can make notes on the other side as well. So first things first. Okay, let's just do this one. 2 1/4. It's raining out today. Hasn't rained in a long time. Whoops, is that 2 1/4 or 2 1/2? Oh, that's 2 1/4. 2 1/4. Let me cut this little piece off here. And then 2 1/4. 2 1/4. So let me see how many. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. Okay, I think that's probably enough. Now, I want to make a little tab to go at the top, and I have these scraps, so we'll do it with that. So, well, I'm going to need to pull that back out because I need to know the length. I think I'll bring it right, you know, maybe a 1/4 inch down. So then we have 5 inches to the bottom of that. So we'll do 4 3/4. So I need to cut these all down to 4 3/4 strips. So back comes the paper cutter. There we go. I got these fun little pieces to collage with, or I don't think I can cut all these at once. Okay, and 4 3/4. Whoops. You can rip them, you don't have to use your paper cutter. Got these little shorter ones to make little mini books. Those are fun. All right, so we've got these and we've got these. So we've got 4 of these. So I'll put 2 on each side. So I like this on the top, and then we'll do that and 3 of these. I think I'm gonna need. Okay, so this little stack, actually I think I'll do 4. Oh, I forgot I had that other piece. So I had this little ink thing, and then let me see, that little ink thing. So there you go. There's your little scrappy tablet. Now, I'm just going to simply take my, you can take this to the machine and sew it. But before I do that, I'm thinking I want to make a little label. We'll put a little label up there after. So I'm just going to go ahead and just staple on each side. Okay, so this will go here, but I'm going to make a little back cover to it. So the back cover, well, do I want to, or yeah, I do. This is what I'm going to do. Kind of just going by the seat of my pants right now. Okay, so I think I'll just cut a piece of this and glue it there, and this will be the part that's glued down. So you'll see. I just see how much I need. Then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so this is going to be just a scrap, any kind of cardboard or heavyweight cardstock or manila folders or whatever you got. Because I didn't want to cover all of the pretty paper. I could have made, you know, done the whole length, but I want to, if you flip it up, you can see all of this down here. Okay, so with that, this, I'm gonna get the Fabri-Tac to put this down. So I'm gonna glue that down. And the heaviness of this is, I'm gonna add some little mini clips that go with this. I'll show you at the end. That way, when you're writing, you know, it'll stay down. I've got some really cute mini clips over there, so that'll be in the finishing touches. Just a pretty generous amount of glue. I think I'll use just a little bit more. It's gooping up on me. And try to center that the best I can. All right, and then I'll make the same thing on the other side. So with that, we're going to have to say goodbye until the next time, because I'm at the 36-minute. I'm trying to keep them around 35 to 40 minutes. Going to let my Glossy Accents dry. I'm going to sew around this pocket, and then I'm going to sew around the other pocket that we made, this one, and go ahead and put that on the back. Okay, guys, join me with part 3. See you soon. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.